Okay, so this week's Kelly clip is about the time I set my friend Aaron up to be on a hidden camera show. Now, my friend Aaron, if any of you know him, he's a really good-looking guy. In fact, he used to be a Cirque du Soleil performer, acrobat, and he also is a professional clown. So I had the opportunity to set him up on this hidden camera show in LA. So the idea was that he was going to come to this house with the thought that he was going to be doing like a clown gig, when in reality it was actually a bachelorette party, and they wanted to hire a stripper. So anyway, I'm sitting back in the control room the whole time watching this, and they're kind of, got the eye on him. He's in the car getting on his clown makeup, getting ready to go. Comes to the door, rings the doorbell, and the girls answer the door, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe it." And he's like, What? And they're like, "Well, we are actually having a bachelorette party today. We were using the code name Clown as a sort of way so that my husband didn't find out about this and put a stop to it. So we had to say we were hiring a professional clown, when in reality we wanted to hire a stripper. But it looks like he went out and hired a clown. So now we're in a bind." He's like, oh, geez, I don't know. And they're like, "Well, come on in. Let's come on in and figure out where we at." Meanwhile, he's in full, he's got the nose, the makeup, full wig and everything, big shoes, total clown getup. So he's coming down, he's sitting down, he's like, you can see him starting to get a little stressed out. And they're like, "Listen, we know this is really weird, but we got a bunch of girls in there already ready to go. They think they're going to get a stripper. Would you be willing to strip for us?" And he's like, "I don't know about that. I don't know. I got to think about it." And so he's really stressing out about this. And I'm like, if I know Aaron, he'll do it. So it took a little bit of convincing. And he's like, finally, he just sort of, he says, "Okay, well, maybe." Next thing you know, the girl is pushing him out into this room a living room full of women. And they got this, this dance music blaring. And the women, right when Aaron walks out, full clown getup, the women go, "Woo!" And instantly on Aaron's face, you see this little, "Oh." And so I can tell, because I know Aaron, that he's actually excited about this idea, So they're like, "Woo!" And they're like, "Sexy clown, sexy clown." And he's like starting to get into it, he takes off his shoe and he starts kind of doing his shoe like that and flings his shoe. He's got his gloves, his big clown gloves. He takes them and he whips them off. And then he's really getting into it. And he stops at one point and he looks at the person doing the radio and he goes, "Crank it up." So I'm on the floor in tears at this point. So he's, takes off the other glove, throws it, undoes his big necktie and like whirls it around and throws it off. And then he takes off, his wig and he's like tossing around. So eventually it keeps going, one suspender comes down, the other suspender comes down, and I was like, is he going to do it? He drops his drawers, and he's got boxers on, of course. But I am crying at this point. And the girls are like, "Woo!" They're throwing dollar bills at him and stuff like that. And he is just having the time of his life. So anyways, suddenly the father walks in, and he's like, "What's going on?" And the music just stops, and Aaron just kind of stuck standing there. And he looks at him, and he goes, "Nothing." Meanwhile, you look at Aaron, he's a half-naked clown, and there's dollar bills strewn all over the floor. So the father comes to him and says, I need to talk to you." And so Aaron goes over there, and he is freaking out at this point. He's like, "Oh my gosh, what's going on?" And the father, goes, "You did not show them your..." And Aaron goes, "What, my nose? No, I did not." And I fell over. So anyway, they revealed to him it was a hidden camera show, and he died. And Unfortunately, it never made it on the air, but I swear that was one of the funniest days of my life, the Sexy Clown Day. Bye.